Welcome to part 2 of the Sock Puppet Master Clas. We have just finished making our unique and awesome sock puppet. However, creating the sock puppet is only the first part of the experience. The real fun begins now. Make sure you have your sock puppet ready if you haven't already done so. Improv equals boosting storytelling skills. We're going to go over how you can use sock puppets to do improv with others. Doing this will increase things such as your acting skill level, your storytelling capability, the speed at which you can come up with ideas, and of course, my favorite, boosting your confidence. You might wonder, why not just improv without a puppet? The reason is that when you're doing improv with sock puppets, you are removing a layer of things to worry about, such as body language, from movement to your limbs, to facial movements. All these extra layers can make trying to come up with something to say on the spot that much harder. Which is why I love the idea of removing some of these layers and instead putting the focus on the storytelling aspect. There are a couple things you want in order to have a successful improv. You'll need to have at least one other person to join you in doing some improv. I recommend starting with only one other person. Adding more people can cause extra confusion. The only other thing you'll need is to have fun. Seriously, don't take this too seriously. Part of the skills we're learning here is how not to be so uptight, and also how to go with the flow, have a fun time just being silly. Let's go over some ideas you can use to improve your improv experience. Be on the same page. Talking with your improv partner is vital. Make sure both of you have at least a general idea of where you want the story to start. Having a starting place will vastly help you navigate creating a unique story together. If you don't have any ideas, I recommend using some sort of idea generator app that will generate prompts for you so you have a perfect starting place. I prefer something that generates 3 unique words that are usually in a mix of a noun, verb, and an adjective. If you already have an idea you're dying to execute, I recommend starting with vague ideas and seeing where the improv story takes you. When we are trying to progress the story, it can be easy to get locked into one way of thinking about how the story can go. However, this is something you want to try to stay away from. This, in fact, is probably one of the hardest things to do while doing puppet improv. For example, you may have something you really want to say, but because of the way the natural conversation is occurring, it might be awkward or feel as if the narrative is being forced, causing friction and holding back the story if you 180 to your ideas. Remember, improv is a team effort. This is why it's so important to embrace divergent ideas. Embracing different story ideas is crucial for propelling the narrative forward. By saying yes to your partner's contributions, even if they differ from your own initial ideas, you allow the story to flow more seamlessly. Avoiding resistance or abrupt changes in direction helps maintain a smooth and cohesive storyline. Example.
And that's what I said. I can't believe he ate 24 hot dogs. Ho-ho!
That's a lot of hot dogs. Hey, that reminds me of something. Would you like to know a secret I've never told anyone before?
Not really. I don't care about your secrets. I'd rather talk about hot dogs.
Notice how Matthew disregarded something Aaron tried to contribute because he wanted the story to keep going in his direction. Here's an example of how it could have gone if Matthew let Aaron contribute his idea as well.
And that's when I said, I can't believe he ate 25 hot dogs.
That's a lot of hot dogs. Hey, that reminds me of something. Would you like to know a secret I've never told anyone before?
I love secrets, especially when I'm the only one who gets to know the secret, so I can tell everybody else. Ho-ho!
You're not going to tell anyone my secret, are you?
No, I'd never do that.
Well, when I'm eating a hot dog, instead of using ketchup and mustard, I like to eat it with peanut butter.
Ugh, that's nasty. I'm gonna go tell everyone about this right away. Yeah.
Ooh.
Notice this time how Matthew was enthralled with wanting to hear what Aaron had to say, and was able to build off that prompt, which created a fun dynamic. Time limits. Setting yourself a short time limit is a great tool to learn how to wrap up skits. Oftentimes, it may be challenging to conclude your story in a cohesive manner that has both a good flow and makes sense for the story, which is why I recommend starting out with 1 to 5 minute sessions. Think about it. you need to practice learning something specific, such as how to end a story, and you end up doing a 15-minute skit, you only got to practice doing that ending one time. Compare that to if you were doing really short skits. You did 1-minute skits. You can do 15 times the amount of practice endings in that time. Setups. There are countless setups you can use for your improv skits. You could start doing one right now. No stage, no cameras, no nothing but you and your improv partner and your puppets. Just go! In regards to recording your improv, this is a great thing you can do to watch your skits later on for some laughs, as well as study what you might do differently next time. The easiest way to get a quick video would be to just pull out your phone, hold your sock puppet out in front, and if you want to step it up a notch, you can either build a puppet stage or use a green screen. Video recording tips. I recommend being able to see the screen as you're acting out your skit. For example, we have a camera set up pointed towards the puppet stage with a green screen backdrop. This camera is also outputting the image onto a separate monitor, which will be set up on the table for the puppet actors to be able to see. Make sure the image isn't mirroring incorrect either, or else it could be disorienting. This will ensure that you not only don't go outside the frame, but you can more easily tell what's going on as a whole with this new perspective. Have fun! Don't take things too seriously with this. Things are supposed to be fun and silly. It's okay if something doesn't go perfectly or even make any sense. You're always only one sock puppet skit away from breaking free from your normal creative and thought pattern, as well as letting loose big time. Don't let your improv skit stop here either. Keep at it, and you may notice a shift in your creative powers sooner than expected.